The word rival most commonly refers to a person or a group that tries to defeat or become more successful than another person or group, which means that rival tends to come in pairs. And animal rivalry has created some of the most iconic moments in anime history by fueling both action and emotional depth. In this video, I will talk about why rivalry is so important in anime and some of my favorite rivalries of all time. Rivalries are a core element of anime storytelling because they drive characters' growth, enhance narratives, and create emotional stakes that add intensity to conflicts, making victories feel much earned and defeats more impact. I believe there are many types of rivalries, such as friendly, where both characters push each other to improve, often with mutual respect. Example, Goku vs. Vegeta. Vegeta's pride pushes Goku to train harder, and Goku's strength forces Vegeta to overcome his own arrogance. Then we have antagonistic. One character sees the other as an enemy, often leading to intense conflicts. Example, Light vs. L in Death Note. Light believes in absolute justice through power, while L believes in law and order. Their battle is much more about morality as intelligence. Then we have ideology, where the character have clashing belief, making their rivalry more than just strength. Example, Naruto represents perseverance and bonds, while Sasuke embodies revenge and solitude, while their rivalry reflects deeper themes of faith and choice. Then we have the tragic rivalry. Friends or allies turn against each other due to circumstances or betrayal. Example, Griffith vs. Guts. The audience become more invested when both sides have compelling reasons to win. Rivalry also leads to internal growth. Many characters, such as arrogant or single-minded, will evolve throughout their rivalry influence. Many rivals are mirror images of each other, representing different sides of the same coin. When two rivals clash, their personal history behind every punch has a meaning behind it. But let's talk about some of the best rivalries in all of anime, in my opinion. First up, the rivalry between Goku and Vegeta in Dragon Ball is one of the most iconic and long-running rivalries in anime history. It involves significant overtime, shifting from outright to hostility to respect and friendly competition. Their first encounter was in the Sand Saga. Vegeta arrives on Earth as a proud Sand Prince, believing himself to be the strongest warrior. Goku, a quote-unquote low-class Saiyan, defeats Vegeta after an intense battle. Yes, I know the Z fighters did help out. But anyways, this sparks Vegeta's obsession with surpassing Goku. In the Frieza Saga, I believe this is where the rivalry truly turned. Both characters seek to defeat Frieza, but Vegeta is ultimately killed, and realizing Goku is the only one who can defeat Frieza. Goku, becoming a Super Saiyan, also further fuels Vegeta's resentment. Even Vegeta achieving Super Saiyan is still outclassed by Goku. His pride is wounded as Goku continuously surpasses him. He refuses to acknowledge Goku's superior strength, but secretly respects him. During the Buu Saga, Vegeta allows himself to be controlled by Babidi to gain power, believing it will finally let him surpass Goku. Their fight ends in a draw, but Vegeta ultimately sacrifices himself to protect his family, showing his growth. After the Buu Saga, their rivalry becomes mutual. Unlike before, where Vegeta is always chasing Goku, he began to forge his own path. They train together on the Whis and Beerus, acknowledging each other as equals. Though Vegeta still wants to surpass Goku, he now respects him, then resenting him. But in my opinion, I can talk about Goku and Vegeta's rivalry for hours, but there's other ones I want to talk about. Next up, you already know, Naruto and Sasuke. The rivalry between Naruto and Sasuke is one of the most emotional and well-developed rivalries in anime. It evolves from friendly competition to deep animosity and ultimately reconciliation. Naruto and Sasuke are both orphans but come from very different backgrounds. Sasuke is from the prestigious Uchiha clan and is naturally gifted. Naruto, a social outcast struggling to gain recognition. Naruto sees Sasuke as both a rival and a benchmark, wanting to surpass him. Sasuke initially views Naruto as weak, but gradually acknowledge his potential. Tension starts to rise after the Chunin exam. Naruto starts catching up to Sasuke, especially after defeating Gaara, especially when he witnessed Naruto summon Gababunta, making Sasuke feel inferior. Plus, with Itachi returning, Sasuke realized how far he is from avenging his clan and resents Naruto's rapid growth at the same exact time. And one of my favorite fights in the entire series, the first fight, Sasuke is feeling overshadowed and seeks power from Orochimaru and leaves the village. Naruto tries to stop him, believing that they are like brothers, but their fight ends with Sasuke winning but sparing Naruto, showing his lingering attachment for him. After this battle, Sasuke descends into darkness. He becomes obsessed with revenge, first against Itachi and then against the Hidden Leaf. He completely rejects Naruto and their bond. But you know Naruto, his determination is second to none. He refuses to give up on Sasuke, believing he can be saved. He trains to become stronger, partially to bring back Sasuke. Their final battle, which was, oh my god, truly climactic. Their final fight was not just about power, but ideology as well too. Sasuke believes severing ties will make him stronger. After blowing each other's arms to smithereens, Naruto was able to bring back Sasuke to the village, and their rivalry changed to becoming brothers. Next up, the rivalry between Asta and Yuno and Black Clover is built on foundation of brotherhood, mutual respect, and a shared dream of becoming the Wizard King. Asta and Yuno grew up together in Hange village. Despite being raised as brothers, their personalities and abilities were drastically different. Asta, born without magic, in a world where magic is everything, he compensates with sheer physical strength, determination, and his anti-magic abilities from the 5-leaf grimoire. Yuno, a prodigy with immense magical talent, he receives a 4-leaf grimoire, a sign of great potential, just like the first Wizard King. Unlike typical rivalries based on animosity, there is fueled by mutual encouragement, pushing each other to greater heights. The Magic Knight's entrance exam, Yuno easily joins the elite Golden Dawns, while Asta, despite struggles, is chosen by the Black Bulls, a squad known for its misfits. There were times where Asta and Yuno fought together, for example, against Mars from the Diamond Kingdom, showcasing their growing strength. And one of my favorite moments when they fought together was against Lick. Even though Lick gave our heroes an ass whooping, I still enjoy this fight a lot. Plus, I'm a big fan of the heroes losing the battle. It gives them a humble pie and creates great character development as well. But during the Spade Kingdom arc, Yuno discovers his void lineage as a prince of the Spade Kingdom, while Asta embraces his devil power to counteract overwhelming foes. Currently, the final battle against Lucius is still ongoing, which will be the ultimate test of the rivalry. So as of right now, the rivalry is still going on, and I just can't wait to see what becomes of it after this final battle with Lucius. So, this is probably one of the most controversial rivalries due to certain reasons. The rivalry between Guts and Griffith and Berserk is one of the most compelling and tragic in anime history. Their relationship evolves from admiration to betrayal and vengeance. Guts, a lone mercenary, joins Griffith, Band of the Hawk, after being defeated in combat by him. Griffith, a charismatic and ambitious leader, sees Guts as the strongest warrior and closest companion. Guts, in turn, comes to admire Griffith's vision of ruling over his own kingdom. The two share a deep and complex bond. Griffith sees Guts as a necessary piece in his dream, while Guts finds purpose with belonging in the Band of the Hawk. Over time, Guts begins to question his purpose and realizes he wants to carve his own path rather than just serving Griffith's dream. He decides to leave, but Griffith, unable to accept losing him, challenges him to a duel, which Guts wins and walks away, shaking Griffith to his core. Griffith, feeling powerless without Guts, recklessly sleeps with Princess Charlotte, leading to his imprisonment and torture. Every good show or story I ever read, whenever sex is involved, it always leads to something bad later on. It never fails. But after being rescued a year later, Griffith, broken and physically crippled, realizes he can never achieve his own dream in his current state. Given the chance to ascend by sacrificing his comrades, he accepts initiating the eclipse. Guts is forced to witness his friends being slaughtered, while Griffith becomes a demigod and now is reborn as Femto, and he violates Sokka to break Guts' spirit. After surviving the eclipse, Guts becomes obsessed with vengeance against Griffith, dedicating himself to hunting down the God Hand. However, Griffith, now a demigod, remains emotionally detached from Guts, still acknowledges Guts as his rival. Just like Asta and Yuno, their rivalry is still ongoing. But let's move on to a rivalry that's more lighthearted, because that one was pretty dark. Next up, we have Deku and Bakugo. In My Hero Academia, a rivalry that started since childhood, evolving from one-sided bullying to a mutual respect and growth. Their dynamic explores themes of inferiority, ambition, and self-improvement. Bakugo and Midoriya grew up together, but Bakugo was gifted with a powerful explosion quirk and looks down on quirkless Midoriya. Bakugo enjoys being praised as a prodigy, while Midoriya admires him. However, Midoriya's kind-hearted nature and refuses to see Bakugo as a superior makes Bakugo insecure, leading him to bully Midoriya to assert dominance. When Midoriya gains a One For All from All Might and enters UA, Bakugo is shocked from the weakling that he tormented is now catching up to him. His frustration grows as Midoriya demonstrates rapid growth, strategic intelligence, and increasing strength. The early battles, like the Battle Trial Season 1 and the Force Festival Season 2, showcase Bakugo's anger and Midoriya's rising potential. Bakugo gradually realizes that Midoriya was chosen by All Might, the hero that he idolizes. Deepened by his frustration and guilt, he feels responsible for All Might losing his power. This accumulates in their second fight, Season 3. Bakugo finally acknowledges his feelings, leading to their emotional reconciliation. After their fight, Bakugo starts seeing Midoriya as a true rival He recognizes Midoriya's strength and even helps him train. Midoriya in turn acknowledges Bakugo's abilities and determination. By the later arcs, Bakugo is still competitive but still encourages Midoriya's growth. Their rivalry is the most dynamic in My Hero Academia, evolving from childhood conflict to a deep bond that pushes both of them to becoming the best heroes they can be. So, let's talk about two duelists who's all about pride. The rivalry between Yugi and Kaiba is one of the most iconic in anime, built on pride, destiny. Their conflict stems on personal grudges, past lies, and differing philosophies on power and faith. Kaiba is a genius duelist and the CEO of Kaiba Corp, obsessed with proving that he is the best. He sees victory as the only thing that matters and looks down on the weaker duelists. Yugi, who hones the spirit of an ancient pharaoh within the millennial puzzle, who emerges to duel with unparalleled confidence and strategy. Their rivalry begins when Kaiba challenges Yugi to a duel. Arrogantly wielding his blue eyes white dragon, Yugi defeats him using Exodia, shattering Kaiba's belief in his own invincibility. This loss traumatizes Kaiba, making him obsessed with defeating Yugi. During Battle City, Kaiba learns that Yugi is a spirit of an Egyptian pharaoh, and Kaiba himself, priest Setsu, his eternal rival from the past. This revelation deepens his competitive drive as he refuses to accept the fate and believe in his controlling his own destiny to scale and strength. They clash multiple times, including their semi-duel in Battle City, where Kaiba is again defeated, enraging him even further. Despite this, Kaiba slowly becomes to respect Yuji's abilities, even if he refuses to admit it. Kaiba's development is best seen in Dark Side of Dimensions, where he uses technology to try to challenge Yuji one final time. His rivalry with Yugi becomes less about pure dominance and more respect. Now, this rivalry might be a fan favorite and definitely is one of my favorite of all time. Aang and Zuko, a deeply layered conflict driven by destiny, honor, and redemption. Unlike many traditional rivalries, theirs evolved from antagonism to one of the most meaningful friendships in the series. Zuko, the banished prince of the Fire Nation, is obsessed with capturing Aang, believing it will restore his honor and allow him to return home. His father, Fire Lord Ozin, exiled him and told him the only way he can redeem himself was to bring back the Avatar. Unlike Zuko, Aang doesn't seek power or validation. He just wants to end the war peacefully. This difference in perspective fueled their rivalry. Throughout Book 1, Zuko relentlessly pursues Aang, frequently challenging him in battles. Despite Zuko's aggression, he is never truly evil. He is desperate and conflicted. Aang, on the other hand, often shows empathy towards Zuko even when they're fighting. Their dynamic shifts in Book 2 when Zuko begins questioning his father's influence. Though he temporarily allies with Aang's group in Ba Sing Se, he ultimately betrays Aang, choosing his father's approval over personal growth. This deepens their rivalry as Aang sees Zuko as a lost cause. By Book 3, Zuko realizes his father is truly corrupt and he seeks out Aang not to fight but to teach him firebending. Aang initially refuses but still hurt by Zuko's past betrayal and eventually forgives him. Zuko's transformation from enemy to mentor accumulates in their final battle against Ozin and Azula, which I love so dearly. Anyways, Zuko helps Aang defeat the Fire Lord and fully redeem himself into a story of redemption and trust, making Aang and Zuko's rivalry one of the most compelling in anime history. And the final one of the most iconic rivalries of all time. Light Yagami and L is one of the most intense battles in anime history. It is a war of wit, deception, and ideology where both characters act as mirrors to each other. Light, a genius high school student, discovers a Death Note which allows him to kill anyone by writing their name on it. He adopts the persona of Kira, believing he can create a utopia by eliminating criminals. L, the greatest detective, is assigned to stop Kira. L is just like Light, making him the perfect adversary. While Light sees himself as a god, bringing justice, L sees as a murderer who must be caught. Their battle starts with L provokes Light by broadcasting a fake Kira suspect on TV. Light falls to the trap, unknowingly revealing that he is in Japan. From this point forward, the two engage on an intense game of cat and mouse, trying to outthink and manipulate the other. L suspects Light early on, invites him to join the Kira task force, bringing them to close proximity. This creates a psychological war where both try to expose the other without revealing their own secrets. Despite their opposition, Light and L develop a complex relationship. L sees Light as his first intellectual equal and calls him a friend. Though he never drops suspicion, Light, while maintaining his deception, is forced to acknowledge his brilliance. Their dynamic becomes more twisted when Light temporarily loses his memory of being Kira, leading them to work together against a new Kira. However, once Light regains his memories, he resumes his plan to eliminate L. Their rivalry is a battle of ideology as much as intelligence, making it one of the most gripping and tragic duels in anime history. Those are my favorite rivalries in all of anime. You might disagree, but here are some rivalries that didn't make my list and could be on yours. All Might and Denver, Mugen and Jin and Samurai Champloo, Ash and Gary, Kakashi and Might Guy, Madara and the first Hokage, Boruto and Kawaki, Natsu and Gray. But overall, rivalries are crucial in anime because they push characters to grow and create compelling conflicts, explore deep themes, and make fights more personal and emotional. A well-written rivalry makes the story more engaging and ensuring that every encounter carries weight and meaning. But comment below and let me know what's your favorite rivalry. Until next time.